Hi, good morning. Wycliffe Barrett here, Xplane Dedicated, and today I'm going to talk about weather within the Xplane environment. It's been a while since I did a vlog. In fact, the last one I did was at St Mary's Church outside. Can't go outside today because it's raining here in Cardiff, which is really quite opportune, considering today I'm going to be talking about weather. 2 years ago, PC Pilot brought out this magazine, which is the official guide to Xplane 10, and tells you everything you need to know about Xplane 10. Great if you're a beginner, really good if you're a beginner. For the more advanced user, then you might find a couple of pearls of wisdom in here, but what is in here is a very interesting article about Xplane 10 default weather. Okay, so before any of the other weather engines come into being, there was the Xplane default weather engine. But since then, of course, there have been a couple of people around and they've built weather engines and weather injection engines. I'm going to be talking about those this morning. Okay, so first up, we're going to have a look at EFAS, which is the electronic flight assistant and the ultra weather element of that. Okay, then we'll look at the NOAA plugin. And NOAA is the North American aeronautical weather thing, okay, and I can never remember what NOAA stands for. Then the new kid on the block is XP Real Weather, or XP Real WX, which is weather injection, and once again, of course, that's freeware. In fact, I'll tell you what is freeware and what is payware. Then last but not least, I'll show you Xplane default weather. Okay, so the Xplane default weather engine. Alright, so EFAS is payware, the NOAA plugin is freeware, the XP Real WX plugin is freeware, and of course Xplane default is freeware. Now all of the weather in the video that I'm going to show you, the clouds, etc., are generated by SkyMax Pro version 2. Okay, SkyMax Pro version 2, and that is payware. SkyMax Pro version 2, in my view, in my personal opinion, is probably the best thing out there in terms of generating clouds and weather and sky colour, etc., etc. It enables you to do a whole wide range of things to do with the sky. You can have crepuscular rays on, or God rays as they're called. You've got lens flare. You can alter so many things from SkyMax Pro version 2. Okay, so that SkyMax Pro version 2 is like, well, it's new cloud textures. All right, simple as that. It's the best way of describing it. And so all the clouds that you see throughout the whole of the next piece of film has been generated by SkyMax Pro version 2. All right. Okay, so we'll get right into it, and here you can see me at Cardiff Airport. And as you can see, the weather is really quite clear. So I've just opened up Xplane and I've cleared all the weather. So all we've got is the high stratus there, which has been produced by SkyMax Pro version 2. So there's no weather being generated at this present time. Okay, so let's show you what EFAS will do. So we need to turn the weather on in EFAS. So you just go into settings, which is just to the right here. I can never see it. There we go. And options and ultra weather, and turn on the weather options. You'll see all the variables change there, and as we come out of here, so save it, you saw a flash there and you see the screen changing and the clouds being generated in the sky. Now when I filmed this, which was on Sunday, is really quite nice morning, fluffy clouds as you can see, and clear above. So the cloud base is about 2,000 feet, and looking out of my window, it's not too dissimilar from what I can see here in the simulator. Okay, so that is EFAS and ultra weather engine. So we'll just turn this off, just deactivate this now. You see all the variables go grey there, light grey, so we've deactivated it, and we'll just wait for the clouds to clear. I think I may have to go into weather environment and actually clear these clouds, because they'll just stay there. So just going up here to environment and weather, so we'll just clear the clouds there, so different levels, and we will go back to our default clear sky setting. You'll see the clouds dissipate now. It's a really nice effect the way that this happens. They just slowly fade away, and then whoop, there you have it, clear skies. So there we are, back to the clear default weather. I'm going to have a look at NOAA. now the NOAA plugin, and obviously it's in the plugins section of Xplane, so you find it in your plugin and hit configuration, and you have this configuration screen. Hit the top button there and apply and save down on the left hand side. There we go. And almost immediately the weather is generated by NOAA. Now I like this in so much as I like the the configuration panel, and it shows you what's going on. But in terms of what it's depicting, it's not exactly what I'm seeing out the window. There's too many gaps. There's too many gaps in the clouds. And whilst it is a very nice day here in Cardiff, I thought the EFAS weather, generation looks a lot better. So we'll turn that off because we can see what it looks like. So we'll turn that off. So we've got to deactivate it there. Click there, turn that off, and once again we just have to wait for the clouds to disappear. Now, with EFAS, when you turn EFAS off, it turns everything off and the clouds just go. But with these two, you have to clear everything. Okay, so clear that, clear that, clear that. Okay, and once again the clouds will just disappear. So now we're going to go to XP Real Weather, XP Real WX. Once again, freeware, and this connects to a server. So it's slightly different, and it's in the plugins. You just go to there. Where is it? There it is. And you connect to server, and you see it says connecting to server. And once it's connected, it generates a weather. Now, with this, unlike the others where it just generates it automatically, what you have to do is you have to go into your environment settings and weather and data and turn the clouds on. So here we go. What was I doing? I was checking that it was on. That's it. I was just checking. Yeah, it is on. Yeah, it's all on. It's connected. So I have to go and turn the clouds on in environment. So environment, weather and data, and turn the clouds on. So we turn on the two layers that were being shown in the other weather engines, and we turn this on. And actually, I actually quite like this. I think this is not that bad at all. It generates some nice cloud forms. It looks very much like it does out of my window. You can see them thickening up. Shadows on the ground being cast by the clouds. Well, that happens with everything because of SkyMax Pro version 2. And that's actually quite good. It doesn't look half bad at all. I rather like that. Disconnect it from the server as per usual, and you have to clear the weather because it doesn't do it. And unlike EFAS will clear everything, turns it on and clears and turns it off. So the clouds dissipate, and we'll go back to our default setting of clear blue skies. And what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at Xplane default weather. Okay, so I just need to go to environment, weather and conditions. Yeah, and then just grab real world weather from the internet. So grab real world weather. It generates it over on the left hand side there. At least I thought it was. There we go. Boom. And let's have a look in Xplane now and see what that looks like. And once again, I'd say that was a fair rendition of what's going on outside my window at the moment. Not forgetting I only live 15 minutes away from the airport, so I can look in the direction of the airport, and that, yeah, that's pretty close rendition. Oh, there you go. The sun is somewhat obscured by the cloud there, so that's casting these shadows on the ground. So you see the runway lights and taxiway lights a bit better. So there you have it. Those are the 4 weather engines that we have. And of the 4, can I give any honest opinions on which ones I like the best? Well, I think I can. Personally, I like the EFAS weather generation the best. It's just unfortunate that we're having a few problems with eFast at the moment, and the developer is not around, or he doesn't seem to be around. But anyway, I've just cleared the skies again, so we'll just go back to our clear skies. Of the four, I think eFast is the best in terms of generating weather. Number two for me is XP Real WX. I think it really does produce some really good weather. Just going back into eFast here, just to turn it back on because I like it. So of the four, I think eFast is the best. Second is XP Real WX. The NOAA plugin is the last, right? But if you haven't got any of these plugins and you don't want to put them in, and you just get SkyMax Pro, then the Xplane default weather engine is perfectly fine. Produces really good weather without any problems whatsoever. So there are lots to choose from. As I say, my personal preference is eFast. And there is the one thing in there that's a bit of a pain in the butt, which is the weather smoothing, when you change weather. But there's not an awful lot we can do about that at the moment. So there you have it, guys. There's my review of the four weather engines, and I hope you like them. Two of them are freeware, so give them a go. And if you've got a little bit of money, then eFast, but perhaps wait a little while until Venny and the other guys get eFast sorted out. Okay, so I'll see you all again soon.